So welcome back to our sibling rivalry run, and this time we start in an absolute mess. Of course, last time, sadly, Catalina flagellated herself to death at just 45 years old, so both characters we've played at died quite young. But this one was much, much worse because, as you can see, once again, just like the start, our land has been split between Galicia, Leon, and Castile, and once again, it's three brothers. It's almost like, in the last 46 years, we have made barely any progress, which is always fun. But, with the death of Catalina, we do begin a new chapter with King Robert. Now, we are only 20. And then we have our brother, King Rodrigo, who is 16, and we are best friends. And we do have strong hooks on each other, so that does actually stop us doing any wars against each other. So, me and Leon, we're just going to stay friends and be neighbors for a while, I guess. And then, of course, we also have King Hans of Castile, who, you know, we're not best friends. We don't have this hook. So, technically, if we wanted to, we could just do a claim war and take all his land. But, honestly, I think I'm going to leave them both alone. You know, unlike the first three characters we had, where it was Garcia, Sancho, and Alfonso, we don't exactly have a reason to hate each other. So, instead, I am going to turn my focus on working our way up on the eastern side of Iberia. There's still a lot of, like, Muslim characters around this side who are big and very powerful. So, I think it is time for Robert now to take the throne and start doing some big work against his enemies. Now, we are craven, just, gregarious. We are a brilliant strategist and a holy warrior, and we do need to get married. I think we kind of look around for an alliance. Now, can we arrange an alliance with Castile? Yes, we can. Let's do that then, because Castile and Leon, these guys are allied with each other. So now we're all allied, basically. We can't fight each other. Maybe we can negotiate a proper alliance with Rodrigo as well. So let's do that. So right now, all the brothers, we're all allied with each other, so we can kind of stick together, and hopefully together, we can start taking over everybody else. I don't mind sharing Iberia with our brothers, right? That is not a problem. And one thing I find interesting, Dynasty of Many Crowns, we are technically halfway there because three brothers, Aragon, she's a queen, and of course we do still have Jerusalem down there with King Sebastian, who is Catalina's friend from childhood. So he's still going strong, which is nice. We best, I think, stick with a martial focus. And I think we're going to head down a chivalry focus because I think let's just try and make Robert an absolute beast. Why not, you know? We got a lot of war to do this life. Robert's got to be the one to do it. If we die young, and then I'll be very sad. But let's see what kind of alliances we can pick up today. I'm hoping for somebody quite close, maybe within France. Okay, I think this would be our best bet right here. We have Isabel, who is the sister of the current Duke of Barcelona. And he can also now help us try and take down the remaining Muslim rulers inside of Iberia. So, I think, get an alliance with Barcelona, and together, me and my brothers, Barcelona, maybe eventually we can get an alliance with Queen Teresa of Aragon as well. Together, you know, we're going to turn Iberia into a war grand. Now, starting out, I have got a plan of what we need to do first. We do have quite a few vassals who don't like us now. We can try and demand their conversion if they're a different faith. That may help slightly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that all of my cancel. This guy did refuse, but we're going to try and cheer him up a little bit, right? And now, for our spy master, we got to be very careful because we do not want a vassal who hates us as our spy master. And we got to make sure our diplomat is on foreign affairs or no. I want them to be on domestic affairs to hopefully try and increase our vassal's opinion of us. A lot of them do not like us, and I'm not sure why. Like, why do you hate me? Unpreferred heir, not rightful liege, hostility, one seat on council. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping to stop any massive factions from rising against us, but I don't know if we'll be that lucky. We do have a decent army, so I think, you know, we can have up to 11 bowmen, because if we look, our accolade, I believe it is this guy. Yeah, it is rank 4, so we're getting way more units per archer regiment. So we can get quite a big army if we just focused on archers, to be honest. But like I was saying, today, it is time for all-out war. Because, yeah, I believe the struggle's in hostility, which it won't be for too much longer. So we should probably use that to our advantage and do as many struggle clashes as we can. Starting out down the south with this very nice club-footed man. So, and we're gonna get 4 counties off this guy, so we can make a new vassal. So let's raise all these, and do we want to call an ally? He has less men, so I don't think we need to. Although if we do, we will try and call somebody, maybe one of our brothers or Barcelona or something. But we're going to jump on his capital first and try and get through that. But what is this? The Borders of Faith. So my vassal, Count Muhammad, approaches me in private with clear doubt in his eyes. He explains to me that his faith is faltering due to his time spent guarding the borders against Mualdism. So we have had this event before. Now, we do not want him to convert. The last thing we need is our vassals converting to our enemy's faith. You know, we're trying to take Iberia for ourselves. We've got a 61% chance of him converting if we try and reignite his fervor. Pick any faith as long as you serve me. 50% chance he converts. Or somebody call a priest. Now, that's still a 42% chance. I say, let's just try and be nice and hope he doesn't convert. You know, we can sway him over by being so nice. Yeah? That's all we had to do was be nice, you know, and he stayed Catholic. We didn't need to be all dramatic and do all crazy things. We just had to be nice. Now, this guy only has a few counties we can siege, so I'm probably not going to go and fight him. And as long as we siege all of these, the war will just end because we'll have all his land. Okay, so the most powerful Romanian Muslim ruler in Iberia wants to gift me a nice sword. I mean, okay. Maybe he sees my power and he kind of noticed he may be next. And he's like, come on, we'll be friends. There's no need for this. But I have, at this point, I think 3 videos have gone out on the series so far. So I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who's watching. Because I know it's quite different and it's not for everybody, right? And I have been reading a lot of the feedback and stuff. So I do really genuinely appreciate it all a lot. Oh, no. Oh, can we get away? Oh, we're going to have to call an ally. He just called up to me while I was talking. Let's see. We're going to call Barcelona. No, I don't want to weaken my brothers if I can avoid it and risk them getting taken over or something. I'd rather Barcelona lose their land. Hopefully we can get away. No chance. Damn. That is a bad thing to happen. We are up 57% though. So as long as Barcelona... we won. And that won the war for us. How did we win that? We killed 1,700 of them. And it was saying you will lose. But somehow, we turned that around. So, looking at our land now, I mean, we're looking good, you know? All of this is all now ruled by Catholic rulers. Of course, the land isn't converted. That's why it's like checkered or whatever. If you want to ransom yourself, I'll do it. I don't mind ransoming people away. I'm not too bothered about that. But it seems I was wrong. I thought with the struggle clash, we would have taken his land. But it does seem like we have kept him as a vassal. Let's try and demand his conversion. What about an imprisonment? No chance. Damn. And now we have a faction, which is going to be him and this guy up in Navarra, who is Anso's son. What do we want to do about this faction? We're not going to get them to like us. We could upgrade our bowmen, maybe. And hopefully, once all our men-at-arms are rebuilt, they're not powerful enough to push. But no, more people are joining. Oh, God. Right. Oh, my... Right, everybody hates me. We didn't really have this problem with Katarina. She was, like, just loved inside the realm. But it seems Robert is not having that same effect. So we have this guy down here, his neighbor, guy in Navarra. A lot of our vassals are of the Muwaladi faith, which is probably causing us issues. But yeah, I think our vassals are just a mess right now. I could try grant vassals. Or if I grant you these guys around you, he may still push, but then we can just revoke it if it comes to that. So we've granted him those vassals. What about you two? Are you both dukes? Yeah. So I was going to say, it'd be nice if we could grant one of these to each other as a vassal. Then that might cause them problems with the other guy uprising against them instead. But no, it looks like we are definitely going to have to prepare for all-out war. And they literally double our power, which is terrifying. Somehow this guy is having more success down in Jerusalem. What is going on? Usually Jerusalem gets taken straight back. And now Aragon is trying to demand our dynasty house banner. Why would I give that to you? My court is looking absolutely fantastic. And you're expecting me to just give our banner up to you. I really do not think so. Now, Rodrigo, look at him with a full beard at 18. And now Hans is now 17 as well. I'm hoping these guys stay in power. You know? But I mean, if they do lose their land, I will not hesitate to go and take it off whoever takes it from them, right? So we'll just see. But here it is. To my liege, it is time for you to recognize that you are not able to maintain the unity of Galicia. It's time to end your rule or of any others. What? The region needs more freedom. Accept our demands or face our swords on the battlefield. So what is the faction? Destroy the realm. So if we lose this, I believe, yeah, we lose our kingdom tile, so we just have the land up here. So we have to fight this. 7,800 men. So what we can do, we're going to call Castile. We are going to call Leon. We are going to call Aragon. It's going to cost 225 renown, but we need this. And we're going to call Barcelona. We are getting our allies up in force because, you know, we will do the same for them. Us guys, we got to work together. But I'm going to raise my troops, I think, right up here. It's a nice bit of sieging we can do over here, and we can defend our capital. And we are quite close to our allies as well, which is good. So let's get down here. Maybe catch them would be nice. Otherwise, let's just start sieging. All our allies should be on their way now as well. And somebody is scheming to claim my throne, and they have a very high success chance. So yeah, it is safe to say my vassals despise me, which is always nice. But hopefully we can get through this war before we go into insane debt. We're losing 7.5 gold per month. But what is this? Synergize friendship. My dear brother Robert, I know I can count on you in all things, and I wonder, would you commit to always aid each other in matters of experience and training? So we both get enhanced stewardship. So we both get +3 stewardship and more stress gain. Yes. Look at that. See, we could have just tried to kill Robert, but we didn't. And now we have +3 stewardship, taking us to 12, which is not great, but it's better than nothing. And now he's trying to challenge me to a board game. I am a little bit busy, but you know what? We'll have a quick board game because I'm going to hit Marshall after this and you're going to lose. Just like that. GG, you know? He takes it personally. We're like best friends in the world and you're crying because you lost a board game. Great. Through downcast lashes, as my eyes meet Duchess Elvira's for what feel like the 20th time tonight, I know I am not imagining things. Even from the other end of the table, her gaze feels as intense as the midday sun. She wants me and I'm terrified of her, of her husband, Duke Gonzalo, or of what I might do. So, are you in the faction against me? No, you're not in the faction, so your wife is safe. She does also have disease all over her face, so you can keep her. No, my heart remains pure. Leave me alone. I do not want to catch lover's pox from you. You know what? Let's just siege all this guy's land together. Ooh, no. Do we want to buy flexible scale armor? No. Let's go and fight. Do not let them siege. Our allies should follow, so we should win this battle. So let's just try and chase them. The same we're going to lose, but I don't think it's counting our allies. There we go. Perfect. And where are the rest of them? Oh, God, there's so many of them. There's 10,000 of us and now 6,000 of them. Ooh. That's interesting. So Amir Yaha wants to purchase a truce for 15 years and it will cost 245 gold. Now, the problem with this is I want to use struggle clashes as much as I can. And if we don't take him down, our struggle clashes are going to practically be pointless. So that is a lot of gold. I'm going to say no. He thinks I'm a warmonger and he hates me, so he may attack me anyway. But I just feel like he's got to be our next big war. So getting a 15-year truce, maybe a bit long. But we're going to carry on with this war now anyway. Looks like they're going to go and try and unsiege. So we should be able to take them on. Come on, let's catch them. Where are they going? They can't make their mind up. Come on, please catch them. Okay, they might camp the mountains, hoping for a bit of an advantage. But I think, yeah, there's just way too many of us here. We are up 30%. So we're going to start sieging now. Try and siege all of this guy's land here. And who is this? So I have discovered that Baron Manrik's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. I mean, yeah, I'll take more taxes, thank you. Why would I say no? But yeah, after that siege up there is done, we have sieged this whole guy's land, and we are going to have to rush over here and stop them sieging our capital. And I gotta say, I think this area on the map is one of the best looking areas in the game. Like, there's just so many special buildings that stand out. It's nice and green and foresty. It just looks so nice. And our capital makes us a good chunk of money, you know? 4 gold right now. It's only at 90 control. Hopefully, we can stop them getting a full siege on our capital if we're quick enough. Oh, are we going to be quick enough? Yes, just. They are starting to run. So we're going to have to chase these guys out. Scheme at court. So my spy master has come to me with a discovery. He is certain that it is my vassal, Amir Ismail is scheming against me. So that would be the claim throne. So we can throw him in jail. He is in the war against us. So he didn't go to jail. Fair enough. I tried. Maybe you're not allowed to do that if you're at war, because if he was the main war leader, it would like kind of break things maybe. That would make sense. Now, we are only up 39% on battle score, so it's probably worth doing a few more battles if we can. 97%. So, I mean, we can battle or siege. Although we should start getting ticking war score soon, because I don't believe, yeah, they've sieged any of our land. But we have the Way of the Sword. So this is our sword we were gifted. The endless clash of metal on metal. The chafing of armor. The sting of sweat. It is a dance that is as familiar as it is exhausting. To heft my sword, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it would do some good to practice my skills with another weapon. So we can say me and my sword will not part. We get +2 prowess. Or try another weapon. More lifestyle experience. 30% chance we get wounded though. No, I do not want to get wounded. And now you want to purchase a truce. I mean, how much money? 250 gold. Your land isn't that big, so I'm not too bothered about getting it. So I think with this guy, we'll take a truce. You know, 250 gold is a lot of money. We just couldn't take it with that guy because he had way too much land that we needed. Yeah, we got ticking war score, so there we go. Dissolution War has been destroyed. So we can enforce that. And now if we look in our prison, we have all of these vassals in our prison. So what we can do is try and revoke some of them. Now this guy, Anso's son, he's part of our dynasty. I'm going to ransom him away. He has no money though. So maybe I'll hold on to him for a little while, see if he gets some money to pay me. This guy down here, I think we best revoke his title. He's of the wrong faith. He's going to cause me problems. Problem is, he does have a lot of different bits of land. We can't just revoke one big land. And if we come back in this menu and revoke more titles, we get tyranny. So we're going to revoke his duchy title. And he's just left with this. And he lost his hat for some reason. But look, if we go back to try and revoke more, we get tyranny or no? Usually you get tyranny, but maybe because he's of a different faith. So, okay, let's just revoke all of this guy's titles, making sure we're not getting any tyranny for it, because then all our other vassals will hate us. We got that guy. I don't want to revoke this guy. I really don't. I mean, we ended up taking him as a vassal. We ended up converting his... It was all his father, like. We converted his father, I think. So we ended up taking him as a vassal, converted him and stuff. I don't really want to revoke this title from him. And how much? He has money, so if he gives me 100 gold, I say on you go, you know? He is Catholic, so there's no reason to revoke him. Now, you. Yeah, I'll let you go. With you, I'm just going to... We can't revoke it. It's under siege. Well, what if we demand conversion? Will you take that? He'll take demand conversion, so I'll let him go. And the rest of them, they're all Catholic or don't have land. So we can now ransom away the rest of those prisoners. And we're up to 754 gold, which is very nice. We are above our domain limit. Because, yeah, we have these lands down here now. So what I'm going to do, we're going to find a new person to give all this land to. Some Catholic guy. Or let's check the duchy titles. Yeah, it is split up between like 3 different duchies, which is not fantastic. So what I'll maybe do is split it up between 2 different people. Now, this guy over here does have one of them. So maybe if he converts, I'll give him the other bit of land. But down here, let's try and find somebody. Maybe of my dynasty? That could be something we do if there's like... So some of my dynasty own mercenary companies, which is nice. We have 2 in our family. Now, honestly, looking around, there's not many people in my family I'd like to give a title to. So let's have a look around and see what we can come up with. This guy's pretty insane. And he is a chancellor of our vassal. I mean, he looks like he has, yeah, very good stats all around. We have Ponce de Molina. There's a lot of good choices, to be honest. I'm just looking for a guy who can fight and who can manage his realm. This guy's only 25. So I'm going to give him those 3 counties. Just like that. He loves me. So hopefully he won't be a problem. Then we're going to... You know what? I'm just going to give him all this, to be honest. And once he becomes a duke, hopefully he'll eventually do on his own. I can then grant him this guy as a vassal as well. So we've got 2 more powerful vassals down here. But this guy should love me. And hopefully over time, let's start swaying this guy and just try and become friends with him. You know, I don't really want to be fighting my vassals all the time. But looking at the phase, pretty soon we are going to go to compromise. So it is our best bet to, as quick as we can, before it changes, struggle clash against this guy and take as much land off him as we can. Now, Leon, they're still getting on just fine. They haven't expanded or anything, so they're kind of just chilling. But is this guy here? Was he my vassal? Or was it, I think he was Leon's vassal. And I think he's gone independent, although Maybe I'm just forgetting. I have no idea where this guy come from. Yeah. No, Castile had him. He conquered it in a populist revolt. You lost to a populist revolt and you didn't call me to help. We're literally allies and you're allied with Leon. Why couldn't you beat a populist revolt? Like that is embarrassing. You should be actually ashamed of yourself. Why? And right now we are making a nice 12.9 gold per month. So we have 780 gold as well. So we can support a war. Now this guy does have an ally, but it's his vassal. So basically, he's fighting on his own unless he does contract assistance. And he does have some money to pay somebody if that's what he wants to do. So I reckon, let's struggle clash. And because we're not taking all of his land, this time we shouldn't get any vassals. We should just hold this land to give out how we want. Now, we do not have the prestige to do it. Don't know if we're going to get it in time. So maybe we hold out and see if we get enough prestige before the phase changes. And we do have some inspired people, but unless they're really good, it's a waste of money. Not gonna bother. Yeah, this is definitely more of a warfare focused video than the others have been, but sometimes, you know, we're in the hostility phase. We got a lot of land to make up. Kind of got to do some wars. But now, let's do it. Hopefully we can win this one then, and then we might have to chill out on the wars for 5 because, you know, we're not going to have such easy struggle clashes to do. I'm going to raise my troops right here as close as I can get to his capital. And I'm just going to call Barcelona. Unless he contracts assistance, I don't think we need all of our allies. But then again, it's actually just free to call them. It's not costing me prestige, but he gains prestige. So let's just call everybody but Aragon then, if it's not going to cost us anything. I'm assuming that's probably to do with the current phase. Ooh, my spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not know yet who, someone is plotting to kill my prisoner. I mean, honestly, you're infirm anyway. Do you want to just go home? Yeah, do you want to just do what you want to do? Go live out the rest of your days, or the person's probably going to find an easier way to kill you now. So I apologize about that. But you know what? Let's just ignore his troops for now. Let's just get up there and start sieging his capital. And look at that, Duke Gonzalo's friendship. I never expected I would grow as close to Duke Gonzalo as I have done in the past few years. On multiple occasions, he has proven himself to be a reliable and forthright man with only my best interests at heart. And to think, dirty wife was trying to get it on. We are friends, you know? And she was almost got in the way of that. Oh no. Ooh. Typhus, my poor brother. Today I was given grave news. My brother and best friend Rodrigo has fallen ill with typhus. The future is uncertain. Death lingers closely by his bedside, yet he might survive, only God knows. Please get a court physician and sort that out. His steel is still going strong, but if he dies, we do inherit his lands, which I guess would be nice, but hopefully he survives. You know what? Right now, I'm happy enough getting different new lands for myself, kind of letting my brothers get on with things for now. And there we go. The phase is now changing to the compromise phase. An unworthy challenge. At first, I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. Although Arias seemed no threat at first, it quickly became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. So I could use more people like you. We can recruit him. Yeah. This peasant and my soldiers will get a lecture on honor. We gain prestige and piety, or we can kill him. We're not going to kill him. We could use him. So let's take him to our court. He can fight in our armies now, and if he dies, I mean, kind of his own fault. The one thing we got to do is keep making sure that our accolades have successors, and it seems this guy can be a successor to the first among gods, so we got to make sure he's serving as a knight by forcing him. And then we can come in here and put him as a successor. So, you know what? That event was pretty lucky. Because the last thing we want is lose any accolade levels. I think this is the highest I've ever got any. Because typically when I play, I just forget to put new people there. So, you know, they're both level 4, giving us some nice bonuses. There we go. We have sieged his capital. Our allies are sieging through the rest of his lands, but it seems we have gone into the forest. The woods have always been a valuable training ground. Everybody knows that any gallant knight is always on the lookout for new adventure. A malevolent tyrant, a secret trial, an innocent in need. I hadn't explored this part of the forest before. Perhaps that's what makes the sudden ruin seem like a test of valor. The church has been abandoned for decades by the looks of it. Spider webs have replaced the glass on the windows. Broken trunks are now the new benches. Some birds fly away when I approach the rotten door. So we just found a church to explore. I mean, we are a bit busy for you to be galloping around the forest. Like, we are at war, but Fair enough. So we can go inside, but we do gain stress because we're craven. My friend Rodrigo will like to hear about such an important finding. Or we could use this place as a new storage room or supply limit. Now, I know technically if you're doing like a full roleplay thing, you could stick to the traits fully. But I'm dying to see what is inside. Hopefully, that didn't just jinx it and I die. Into the forest. Who's there? The silhouette appears so abruptly that it's almost suspicious. Her face reflects the sunset light and manages to make it seem cold. Ah, valiant knight, have you finally come to my rescue? Will you be so kind as to take me back to the castle? Her voice is so calming, her gesture so relieved. So we can never abandon an innocent in need, or what is she doing here alone? I need to leave before I get ambushed. It's definitely an ambush, isn't it? But there's a chance we gain 300. You know what? We're a king. We're a holy warrior. You know, we're a brilliant strategist. We can save this person. And we got lost in the forest. Nice. Thanks, game. Oh, but our court physician instantly fixed us, so that's okay. Nice. Okay, we've done a little bit of sieging. I think we are 23%. Let's head down here and start jumping on the actual war target now. We got his capital. So if we get a bit of the war target and hopefully fight him when he comes back up, because I'm assuming he's going to try and unsiege his capital at some point. Now we have the unstoppable Alexander. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amazed to learn about the exploits of Alexander the Great during his conquest of Mesopotamia. During the siege of Tyre, Alexander assaulted an island fortress by demolishing a nearby town and then using the rubble to build a causeway stretching from the mainland to the city's walls. This allowed his siege engines to attack the enemy fortress directly, though it was his navy that ultimately created a breach. So we can get Forder, which gives us more travel speed, and we can cross rivers and straits without a penalty. Military Engineer, which allows our sieges to go 30% faster. Reaver, which is quicker raiding and less attrition. Now, Military Engineer is probably one of my favorites, and you know what? Let's lead this army ourselves. And you know what? We are taking Robert into his first battle. So let's see if we can catch these out. We are up 33%. A battle would be really big for this war. Our allies are slowly following as well. Now, this is Robert's first battle to prove himself. He does massively outnumber them, so I don't think it's that impressive, that one, anyway. Now we've got to try and chase down this other army, which is always fun. And we have unlocked another Dynasty Legacy. So right now, we've got a decent bit of progress through this one. So I wanted to get this Unity because it allows us to call house members to war for every house member anyway. So our brothers can call us to war and stuff like that. And then I started going down the top one, Metropolitan, which is going to give us more like money and stuff, right? It's going to make our cities better. So I think we just keep going down that and just see how that goes for us. Can we catch this guy? I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're going to catch him. Hopefully we can catch him here. Come on. Yes, this should do a nice bit of number for our war score as well. 83%. So what we need to do now, I'm just going to focus on sieging the rest of the war target, and then ticking war score will basically do the rest. There we go. So that took 2 years as well, but look at our land now. We've expanded a fair amount today since we started anyway. And this guy is looking small. We are now officially, once again, the biggest person in Iberia, after losing that title with the death of Catalina. Now, how is our brother doing? He lost it. He's recovered. Steel's going strong as well. Now, none of them are very powerful, which is a bit sad. But as we're in the compromise phase, I mean, what does that do to struggle clashes? You can only do one county at a time then, is that right? Yeah. So with the current phase, we can't do a struggle clash and get all the counties we border, so it's kind of not really worth it. But yeah, we have expanded a lot today from when we began. Let's ransom off our prisoners, and that may push us over 1,000 gold. And of course, we do still need to fix the control, or is it fixed itself? It's fixed itself. Nice. You know what? I don't know how long this episode's going to be. I've been recording for about an hour. But I have been like experimenting with how long each video is going to be. So some of them just end up being close to an hour. Some of them are 25, 35 minutes. I would like to know if you feel like it anyway. Let me know in the comments what kind of length works best for you. What do you prefer? But I think this is a good time to end this episode, because this episode has been all about war and expanding. We're now 27, and tomorrow it's going to be back to taking things a little bit slower. You know, we're not going to be in such a rush. It's going to be a while yet until we're back into the hostility phase, so war is not going to be such a main focus. We're going to be taking it a little bit slower once again. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.